TCM patterns, it's very interesting. In the original textbooks from China in the 60s, it was called kidney qi shu. Okay, so let me back up here a little bit. In the 60s, late 50s, Chairman Mao reactivated all the acupuncture, well, not all of them, reactivated acupuncture schools, and he assigned each of the major universities to write a new textbook. And so the question in China at that point was, okay, we're going to have traditional Chinese medicine, and we're using Western medicine because it has some really great possibilities. Now, how do we bring them together? Do we use traditional Chinese medicine as the center and bring Western medicine to it? Or do we use Western medicine as the center and bring traditional Chinese medicine to it? And this was a huge debate. Actually, people were killed over this debate, executed, because they came out on the wrong side. But it was eventually decided that TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, would use a core of Western medicine. And what I mean by that is textbooks were written that delineated illnesses as we would name them in the West: cardiovascular disease, urinary tract infection, etc. And then they would have Western treatments and traditional Chinese medicine treatments, acupuncture, nutrition, herbal treatments. Okay, so in those original textbooks, and the woman who wrote that textbook wrote the book, sent it in to be edited, and they said, hey, wait a minute, this is incomplete because you didn't put a section on menopause. And the woman who wrote the book said, well, I didn't put a section on menopause because you asked me to give diseases, and menopause obviously isn't a disease. All women who live long enough will go through menopause. It's a normal function of life. And they said, no, you have to put menopause in. So she did. And she called it kidney qi shu. So qi is the qi that that gets talked of, and shu means deficiency. And it's very easy to get confused here. So if you ever go to a Chinese medical doctor and they talk about your kidney system, they're really not talking about your kidney system. Only a small amount of what we ascribe to the kidney is called the kidney in Chinese medicine. Most problems that you would have that would be associated with the kidney in the West are put in the category of the bladder channel in Chinese medicine. And if you look at kidney problems, for example, if you set out the symptoms of kidney yin deficiency and the signs and symptoms of menopause, they agree at least 90%. So here in the West, when we're taught Chinese medicine, we're taught that menopause is a kidney yin deficiency, yin being the substance of the body, the fluids, the blood, etc., as opposed to the more substantial and energetic properties of the body. Now, actually, if we look at it, menopause has all the aspects of kidney deficiency of all kinds. It will embody kidney yin deficiency, kidney yang deficiency, kidney qi deficiency. For example, most kidney qi deficiency lists will include incontinence under that category. So that's a very common problem. Also, a couple of other kidney qi deficiencies: kidney yang deficiency, loss of libido, loss of warmth, loss of energy. So these are all things that will happen with menopause. So it's really an overall kidney deficiency. Later, it becomes complicated by what we call blood stasis. And that's really what leads to the heart disease, dementia, et cetera. It's that the blood stops moving freely. Now, there's a whole bunch of Western medical research coming out now, and researchers saying that the number one cause of disease and death is what they call sticky blood, which the Chinese call blood stasis. They are one and the same. Okay, so those are the more serious levels.